The last thing we're going to talk about in section 6.2 is complex fractions. So a complex fraction is a quotient that has a fraction in the denominator, a fraction in the numerator, or a fraction in both. And there's two different ways to solving complex fractions. I'm going to introduce the first way now, and then in the next section, section 6.3, which is all about complex fractions, we'll compare and contrast the two ways to solve complex fractions. So the first way is to simplify the numerator and the denominator completely. Then we divide our numerator by our denominator, right? Because this, let's look at this example right here, 1/3 over 7/5, that really means 1/3 divided by 7/5. So we can just go ahead and divide these like we would any fraction. We keep the first fraction the same, we change from division to multiplication, and we flip the second fraction. So the answer to this complex fraction simplified would be 5/21, which I can't simplify any further. If you're given a complex fraction with a numerator or a denominator that needs to be simplified, you must simplify it first before you can divide the numerator by the denominator. So I already did this example on the last slide, go me. Let's go ahead and simplify our numerator and simplify our denominator. So I have 1/3 plus 5/6. I can rewrite 1/3 by multiplying it by 2/2, which is 1. That gives me 2/6 plus 5/6. Then my denominator, I have 7/5 plus 1/10. To make 7/5 look like tenths, I'm going to multiply it by 2/2. So I get tenths plus 1/10. So I now have 7/6 over 15 tenths. Well, that's 7/6 over 3 halves. We could simplify this. So now I know I have 7/6 divided by 3 halves. I keep the first fraction the same. I change from division to multiplication, and I flip my second fraction. So I'm given 14/18, which I can pull out a factor of 2 to have 7/9 as my final answer.